Good day all and welcome back to our channel. So in this video, let's discuss about how to configure routes and rules in Odoo 14 community. So routes are collection of push and pull rules. So pull rule means procurement rule, that is it is triggered when there is a need or demand for products in some location. For example, if a customer places an order. So for fulfilling that order, we have to trigger some rules. So those rules are pull rules. Then we have push rule, which is triggered by triggered when products arrive at a specific location. So we can move it to another location. For example, when a product arrives at a location, we can move it to quality control area, and after quality checking, we can move to storage location. Okay, so let's see how we can create routes and rules in Odoo 14. So this is our inventory module. So you can, after installation, you can just open that module from here. Now, when you go to configuration settings, you can see some options, some features in order to configure locations, warehouses. Okay, so below when you check, you can find the section warehouse. There we can see storage locations and multi-step routes are already enabled. So using storage location, we can track product location on a warehouse. So we can create configure locations and manage put away rules. Then here we can set multi-step routes where we can set your own, that is custom routes can be created, and we can also view some pre-configured routes created for your warehouse. Okay, so it is already enabled. Now here when you come under configuration, you can find warehouses. So inside a warehouse, we can set that is we can see some pre-configured routes set for incoming shipments and outgoing shipment. In the case of incoming shipments, we can receive products directly to our stock, or we can move to input location and then to stock, or we can receive products in input location and then move to quality checking area, and after that we can move to stock. And in the case of outgoing shipments, we can deliver product directly to customer location, or we can send goods in output location and then deliver to customer. Then we can see 3-step where we can pack goods and then send the packed goods to output location and then deliver from there to customer location. So when you enable these route, that is when you change the step, according to that route will be we can see some pre-configured route for our warehouse. Okay, so in this way we can set some route for warehouse. Then here we can find option to create locations, that is configure and create and configure locations. There can be internal location, virtual locations and all. Then here we can configure our routes and rules. So here when you open rules, you can see some pre-configured routes like drop shipping, that is directly delivering products from vendors to customer, then manufacturing product, then for purchasing product, then in the case of receiving, then resupplying, delivering. You can see different routes are already configured. And it is also possible to create a custom route. And we can set the route for product or warehouse or sale order. Then here we can see all the created rules. So we can create rules under a route, so that can be viewed here, and directly we can also create a new rule here. So you can see the action performed for each rule. Then the source location, that is from where to where the products are moved, and we can see the route in which the rule is used, then the company name. Okay, so let's see how these routes are configured and used in Odoo 14. So for that, let's create a new location. So let me create a new location, dark room, and we can set a parent location. So I'm setting stock as a parent location. Then we can set whether the location type of this location, whether it is internal location, virtual location, or it's for managing inventory loss, or for production or transit location. So I am going to set it as an internal location. Then here we can mark if it is a scrap or return location. So it is not going to mark these things. Then here we can set removal strategy for the location. Okay, so after creating location, let me create a new route. So here we can mention the route name. Then we can see the company. Then we can see option to apply this route on product categories or specifically on a product or on warehouse and on sale order lines. So when you set a product category, we can apply this route on product category. So for group of products, we can apply this route. Then when you enable products, then we can apply this route specifically on a product. Then here we can, when you enable warehouse, we can select the warehouses for which we need to apply this route. Okay, so if I don't select, so I only have one warehouse. So if you create multiple warehouse, you can choose that here. So I want this available for all my warehouse. Then here I can set this route on sale order line. Okay, so before creating rules, let me show something. Here when you create a new product and when you come under inventory, you can find the route is added as we have enabled the route to be available on product. Okay, and here we have product category. So here also we can set route. So for a particular category we can set the route. Okay, so let me save this product medicine. So you can see two routes are enabled by and move to dark room. Okay, I can save this. Now let me come back to my routes and add some rules for this. So this is the main part where we add procurement or push rules, and we can add both of them. So here I can add the rule name. Then here we can set the action. So action can be pull from, push to, or both pull and push, or manufacture or buy. So in the case of pull from, so when you select pull from and set an operation type, that can be internal transfer, delivery order, manufacturing. So when you set action and action as pull from, and if you set source and destination location, so I'm setting destination location as dark room. Okay, then you can see when products are needed in dark room, destination location, internal transfers, that is some operation will be done from stock to fulfill the need. That is only when there is a requirement in the destination location, this rule will be triggered. And okay, you can see here supply method, that is how to supply the product quantities. It can be done by taking from stock or triggering another rule. So triggering another rule, it can be purchase order or manufacturing. Okay, then we can see a third option, that is take from stock, and if unavailable then trigger another rule. Okay, then here we have second action, that is push to. So push to is used, that is to push products from source location to destination location. That is whenever product arrive in source location, it can be pushed to destination location. So here we can set the internal operation type, that is whether to set internal transfer in order to send product to destination location. Then for this push rule, you can see one field shown, that is automatic move. That is whether to do it manually or automatically. So in case of manual operation, an internal transfer or an operation will be created manually, and that need to be validated. That is, in between there will be a step. So whenever product arrives in stock, and then from stock it will be moved to destination location. So there will be a step in between. But in case of automatic move, directly, so if we are purchasing product directly from vendor, it will be moved to destination location. In between there will not be a step. Okay. Then we can see pull and push. So in this case, you can see both supply method and automatic move. That is, when products are needed in darkroom, internal transfers are created from stock to fulfill the need. But when products arrive in stock, internal transfers are created to send them to darkroom. Okay, then here we have other actions, that is manufacture and buy. That is, this action is performed, that is to create manufacturing order to fulfill the need in destination location, and components will be taken from source location. Then in case of buy, that is purchase, a request for quotation will be created to fulfill need in the destination location. Okay, so let's create a push to action. And perform manual operation. That is automatic move, that is it's set as manual, and after that can save this. Okay, so one rule is created. So let me save this route and create a purchase order for a product. That is, okay, let me purchase the product medicine. So for medicine we have already enabled this route. Confirm the order and receive products. You can see destination location stock. And now when you check inventory, so you can see one internal transfers to process. So you can see one step is added in between, that is to move a product from stock to darkroom. And from here we can validate this transfer. So this is how manual operation works in case of push to. Now here I'm going to change my rule. It is automatic move to automatic, no step added. And after saving this route, if I again create a purchase order for this product medicine, so after validating, if you check inventory, you can see no internal transfer is created. That is, no step is added in between. Now when you check the product moves, here now when you check for our product medicine, you can see here from vendors directly the product is moved to dark room in the case of automatic move. And here you can see two transfers for our previous route, that is when we created a route with manual operation. Okay. So that's how a route works. So in the same way, we can create pull rules, that is procurement rules inside a route. So you can see here resupply, that is you can see here resupply on order, subcontractor on order. So this one is a pull from rule, that is whenever there is a need in production location, products are moved from subcontracting location. Okay. So this is how we create custom routes and configure for products warehouses in Odoo 14.